we're kind of kicking this little album I'm working on into like a little bit of overdrive. You know, contacting people, getting people in the studio, trying to get vocals down, trying to like figure out the plan of what's gonna happen, and like, you know, it's going here and there. You know, I got these big visions, but like sometimes they don't go exactly according to plan. But you know, that's all part of the process.
Yeah, but for the most part, they get in the ballpark of like what you intended.
Yeah, like for the most part, if I shoot, you know, for a general goal,
Right.
like I could hit it for the most part.
Right.
But just sometimes it gets like disappointing when like
Shit just doesn't.
you have
happen.
like, I don't know, like this one person that you wanted to like do a feature and then they just don't come through. And it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like kind of a downer, but you know, no big
That's
deal.
just life.
Too busy, I guess.
Too busy.
But yeah, other than that, for me this week, shit, we're back. We're recording this pod on a Friday, so hitting it a little later than usual, but gave us a little more news to talk about, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Speaking of news, so Selena Gomez, I guess she officially, I don't know if she did it before in the past, but she passed Kylie Jenner in follows.
No,
So
I think
she
this is
hit-
like the first time.
is
that
it?
She's done that. Yeah.
So apparently she got 338 million followers, which is ridiculous to even
Isn't
fathom.
that like a million more than
It's got to be close because she had
Kylie?
just passed her, right?
Right.
And it's a big deal because I think I read that she's the number one followed female,
Right.
right? Something like that. So this is cool, and we're only really talking about it right now because with this amazing accomplishment came kind of a negative.
Right.
So basically, let me break this down. So basically, Selena Gomez went on TikTok and put up a video telling all her fans and stuff that she like botched her eyebrows. Did you see that? Or
Yeah.
no? So I guess she accidentally overly laminated her eyebrows, and so Kylie Jenner, and then I don't know her first name, but Mrs. Bieber, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Haley.
Oh, Haley Bieber. So I guess they made a video kind of like making fun of her, and then they put a picture up of just their eyebrows, and then they put, "How do you mess this up?" or something like that, kind of throwing some shade. And I don't know, this whole big old like backlash against Selena Gomez started happening. Long story short, she announces that she's gonna take a break from social media in general.
How does that make you feel knowing that like she got to the top of like social media as in follower wise, and then all of a sudden she's like, all right, like I gotta take a step away. Like, how does it make you feel? Like knowing how hard you grind.
Well, okay, so like the Spider-Man quote, right? With great power comes great responsibility. So I don't really like that she's not. She should be in a power of leadership, and she should, you know, take the higher road, right? As they say, like you want to be the better person, right? But at the same time, it does show how much fame like matters in the end.
Right.
Like, does it really matter? Does like clearly she doesn't give a shit about social media. You know what I mean? She posts. I don't know. Like, do you think she posts because she has to?
Why would
Or do
she
you
have
think
to?
she
I think
posts-
she posts because she just kind of just wants to keep up with the people that are like trying to support her.
Right. So you don't think she was grinding to try to hit that most followed?
Well, you kind of have to, like, you know what I mean. If you want to aim like to that many followers, you know what I mean. You
Right.
kind of have to grind.
So you do think she was grinding to hit the most followed? Right.
Maybe, maybe she was just grinding, and it just so happened to be on the road of like, oh well, now I'm starting to get the most followers, like,
Right.
you know what I mean. So now I'm here, like, all right, what do I
I mean,
do
yeah,
with it?
that's cool. I could see
You
that.
know what I mean?
Like, if let's just say, let's bring it down to a more relatable number.
Right.
If I was competing with somebody to hit like 100,000 followers, and we were like at 89,000 and 91,000, you know, okay, you know, I'm gonna push a little harder to, you know, hit that
Right,
100,000. So I could kind of like see and relate to that. Like when you bring it down to my numbers a little bit, like down, you know what I'm talking about? But
You get you some more followers, boy.
that's it. So did she take it personally, or do you think she got a little bit of perspective and she wants to legit take a healthy step back from social media?
I think she took it personally, but she's deciding to go a healthy route and then taking a step away from social media.
Compared
to being like firing back.
Right.
You know what I mean? She decided like, all right, you know what? Let me just step away from social media in general.
Mm-hmm. Her comment also, when she did say she was stepping away, was um, she said that she's too old for this. She said she's about to be 30, and she's like too old for social media or something like this. Too old for these games or something like that.
I can't really speak on that, but I feel like if she feels like that was the right move to do and move away from the situation rather than kind of just feed into it even a little bit. I mean, it could have boosted her followers even more. Obviously, you know,
Right.
beef between celebs always like pops off. So
Right. So here, I'm gonna ask you right now, but
Right.
in my opinion, I do think that this backlash she was getting and like the mockery she was getting about her eyebrows, I do think it has a direct correlation with her taking a break. It may not have been like super, oh, I'm super butthurt. You know what I mean? It could have just been like a really,
Right.
Like she's seeing all these comments.
she's like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah, she's like, what?
this is dumb. Like, yeah, this is dumb.
Like, cause she could see how things go like viral kind of.
Right.
You know, she's gonna notice this kind of shift in thought, shift in perspective of like the audience. You know what I mean? So I think she's seen that and she just decided was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hop off. Like y'all got nothing but negative stuff to say. How about I stop posting for you, and then you'll miss me. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe
No,
a little
totally,
bit.
Totally, I could definitely see that.
Maybe how about you? I'll give you what you want, and you enjoy it a little bit without me, because I definitely don't need y'all like that kind of thing.
It's kind of a flex.
So, what do you think? Do you think it had a direct correlation with her hopping off, or was it like some sort
It
of?
kind of has to. Like, why would you? Yeah, I mean, like, why would you hop off after an event?
Right. It's like this happened, A, and
It's
then
hand
B.
in hand. You know
Right.
what I mean?
It just so happened, unless it's
Exactly.
super coincidence, but like it could have been like it could have been one of those things where it was like she was already gonna do that, and
Does it though? I mean, like,
this happened and kind of just okay, now's the
amped
time.
it up even more.
Yeah, like she was already planning on taking a break,
Right.
and then this is like okay,
Final
good to
straw.
go. You know,
Yeah. This
break
is my sign
starts
to take a step away.
right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what do you feel about social media breaks in general, or like taking a step back? Is it a healthy thing?
I feel like it's a really good thing. I feel like at least like once a month, people should at least take like a week away.
right.
But unless if like you're on the social media grind, then you kind of can't really
Mhm.
afford that.
And that's kind of like where I'm getting at. Like, at what point does it become like? At what point does taking a break from social media become a harm to yourself when it comes to your business and your dream and all that? You know what I mean?
Well, if your business is basically being run through that, then you have to ask yourself: is it worth pausing my business, stopping my business?
Right.
So I
So
can
do
live?
they get a choice between healthy and not healthy when it comes to your? I mean, if you make enough money from social media when it comes to your income, do you get that choice? Or are you kind of forced to stay on, I guess we're talking about an unhealthy grind?
I guess.
Right.
I guess you're kind of forced.
And it comes down to the point, well, it kind of breaks down to like, how much do you want whatever you're working
Exactly. Like
for? Are you willing to sacrifice some of your health?
happiness, health. Yeah.
Right? Or is it okay? Could you take a little bit of a break, come back?
Right.
In my experience, so I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but like I felt like I was popping on TikTok, right? And I was posting all the time. So whether you think people just go viral on TikTok for no reason or not, I don't know if that applies to me because I was on the grind posting every
day.
freaking day.
Every day.
So either way, whether it applies to me or not, I was popping, low-key a little bit popping on TikTok. And I got to the point where in my mind I was like, these likes and these comments and all these followers I'm getting, this is not pleasing me whatsoever. This is doing
Like, what is it
nothing
doing? Yeah. What is it doing?
for my happiness. And don't forget, my name is Bliss. Everything I do is for my happiness. So I just like got to this point where it was like, what is this? Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, and the videos that I was posting weren't necessarily like helping me with my music, that might have drawn people in to then listen to my music, right? Which I know now, that's a good
Right.
perspective. But at the time, it was like, wow, all these people know me for this stupid ass video I posted.
Instead
You know
of
what I
my
mean?
music, yeah.
In the grand scheme of life, like, what did I just do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I ended up stopping to post because I just did not see the value in the posts. So so once the value was gone, me posting and grinding after that point was unhealthy
Yeah.
because I was sacrificing my own happiness
To
versus
try to live up to an expectation.
So I'm gonna take a break, but you go.
Right.
You go real quick. So what do you like? Kind of go off that. Like, what do you think about like what I just said about my
Me
personal
personally,
experience?
like I feel like I get very overwhelmed sometimes with social media. So like I'll literally go like 2-3 days without.
Right, and
Even
would you
clicking on
consider
that.
yourself more of a creator or more of a consumer? Just so we can give our audience a perspective exactly of what you're saying.
I'm probably like borderline middle. To be
Okay,
completely honest,
so you're both
the
consumer and a creator.
yeah.
So for you,
I can see like both perspectives of like.
you enjoy and you can't. Well, can you take time off without it affecting you?
Yeah. I do
Okay,
it all the
so
time.
you're
I
in
do
a
it all
good
the time
spot.
to this day. Yeah, I'm in a great spot.
You're in a good spot to where if it was like, nah, just social media ain't doing it, I'm gonna chill.
Right.
So
right.
you're in a really good spot with that. Okay. So like me, like I don't know, I feel like in order for me to grow, in order for me to get where I want to be, I have to be constantly pushing shit on social media. You know what I mean?
Well, your job is to get noticed. You know what I mean? Like that's what a rapper is supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Is getting noticed. Once he gets noticed, then
Right.
shit just spreads like wildfire.
Right. And for more context, a lot of the shit I'm pushing on Instagram is music related, and I
Right.
have not gotten tired of that. And I don't post as much as I did on TikTok. I was posting like 3, 4, 5 times a day,
Jesus,
and it was just
a lot.
overwhelming. And I was doing a hustle I wasn't even like motivated to do. It was literally just for the attention, which
Just that uphill battle every day.
which it's like that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
That's what we want, right? But it just was not working out for me. Like
I feel like at the end of the day, that really improved your way of going about social media, though. Even to right now, how you're doing it now. So
Right.
like that was just the process of the shit that you had to go through to be where you're at now.
mm.
So you can't take that back or regret it or be like, damn, like.
Right, I'm glad I got that perspective of
Right.
it for myself at least, because now I know where my happiness is in that.
Right.
So you know
You
what
know
I
what
mean.
direction to be able to go, like you know.
So some people might say, okay, well, fuck your happiness. What about trying to get somewhere?
Right.
You're right, but
You should be successful.
don't forget, as much as I want to get somewhere in life, bliss, my motivation, has always been to just do what makes me happy. So if I have to take a step back from that social media that I was doing for myself and for my own gratitude, I did that. With the knowledge that you might fall off of that.
Right.
So be it. But
You gotta have that mentality.
right, so now I just got to figure out a different way to do it that I can stay motivated.
Right.
Cuz that just wasn't my lane,
Your way of doing it. Yeah.
right? So yeah, cool conversation real quick about the social medias. So talking about social media and about maybe not being as consistent, and if you really do make a lot of money off social media and you stop doing it, that money's going to also decline. Talking about money,
Right.
Kanye West and Adidas are rumored to be coming back together.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, like he fought so long to get everything out, but now what if he's just recontracting that contract and
Right. Like, what do you feel about Adidas, first of all, taking him back?
I mean, how are you supposed to feel? You know what I mean? For me, it's just like, okay, I mean, I feel like that's kind of cool. Like now they'll be able to work on something they really want to this time around.
Right.
Because he probably fucked up the first time and
I feel like this is all just a money decision. Basically, I think this is what motivated them to want to come back with Kanye.
right.
So at the end of the day, after all that bullshit they went through, Adidas was left with $520 million worth of unsold Yeezys, right? And then while Adidas can still sell the Yeezy designs without Yeezy or without the Yeezy logo on them, the 520 million of inventory in question had the Yee logos on them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they literally had all this inventory stocked up that they couldn't do anything with. So
Oh wait, I thought Adidas was still able to sell that. Because I thought he
so
signed all of his rights over.
right, but they don't want to sell it with the Yeezy brand on. That makes sense?
Makes sense.
Because it still said Yeezy on the side of them. Their plan, which probably still is their plan, but they want to get rid of the inventory, right? Their plan was to make the Yeezy shoe without the Yeezy logo.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So that's gonna be the Adidas Boost. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, what's your like concluding opinion on that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about someone going on a being basically ranting and getting canceled about everything, and then them kind of, oh, okay, well, we're losing a lot of money. Can you come back? You know what I mean?
I mean, in his situation, it just depends on how firmly you stand against that belief. Like, you know, like Colin Kaepernick, you know what I mean? Him kneeling, he really believed in what was going on was right. Or wasn't right, so he was taking a stand against it. So he was willing to decide to let everything go. Kind of same thing with Kanye. He was willing to decide to let everything go because his beliefs in the matter of some that he was going with wasn't aligning with Adidas.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now him coming back to Adidas, I'm pretty sure they might have been able to work out some more money, work out some more product.
Do you think, like, at the end of the day of all this, it just shows the power and influence that Kanye has?
Yeah, but we've always known Kanye to have that. You know what I mean? Like, he's always been that person to kind of step up above and kind of be that person for the people that aren't willing to speak.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how I feel. Like, I kind of, like, praise him for, like, speaking his mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? As much as some of it was stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think Kanye won.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, he's the highest paid, like, artist.
Right. I mean,
at
least he was up until he got canceled, right?
No, he still is.
Is he still the highest grossing, like, artist?
By, like, a lot.
He's up there, right? I think there might be
Jay-Z
like Jay-Z, or is P. Diddy up there, or?
P. Diddy's up there, but, like,
I thought
Jay-Z,
he was
Kanye. Like, you know
oh,
what I mean?
okay. Yeah, I remember when I was, like, a little younger, I seen, like, some of those numbers, and then I seen Kanye up on the list, and then Drake was, like, lower on the list, and I was like, wait, what? I thought Drake was, like, the GOAT.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, so when I seen the numbers, it was, like, kind of like, oh.
What's really going on here, yeah.
I don't know shit.
Right.
Like, I don't know anything about anything, bro.
Feel that.
I thought if you're the GOAT, you making GOAT money, but
you're on top above it all.
sometimes I guess when you making all that money, people might not know about you.
Takes money to make money.
Right. So we got to talk about this because it's going to affect me.
Moving forward. It
might affect public figures. You know, well, let's talk about it. Basically, Mark Zuckerberg is bringing a purchasable verification to Facebook and Instagram. Okay, perspective real quick. Okay, Big Zaddy Bliss, he's verified.
Right.
Now, all the other hood rats are also verified.
Now,
how we feeling about that?
Does that decrease the value of even being verified just to begin with? Like, do you even want to be verified now, just simply for the fact of, like, you don't have to grind anymore, but it just simply takes, what, $12 a month?
Yeah, it's okay. So apparently, it's $11.99 if you buy it on the web, and then I think it's like $15 or $14.99 if you buy it in your phone. You want to know why that is?
Because everybody has a phone.
Well, yeah, but it goes a little deeper than that. I found this out the other day.
Okay.
So, you remember how they took Fortnite off of the iPhones?
Yeah.
So basically, Apple charges an extra 30%. Or no, they charge 30% off of every sale made by any company on Apple. So if they charge $11.99 on Apple, Instagram and Facebook or whatever, they're only going to make $7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So anyway, they boosted the price for mobile version because of Apple.
It makes sense.
It's kind of like a fuck you, Apple.
Yeah. Oh, that's
We're
cool.
still making our money. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But they're gonna pay more on your platform. You know what I'm saying? So
That makes
anyway,
sense.
that's a little background on that. But so let's go off of what you just said. Does that dilute or does that take away the value of a verification?
I would have to say yeah. But still having it is still making yourself kind of relevant on Instagram. But at this point, it's like you kind of don't really need it as much as you did back then.
Right.
If it's gonna change into this.
Right. Okay. So let's dig into this real quick. Okay. So we got Bliss.
Right.
Right. And then we got Billy Bob.
Right.
Okay. Bliss is very serious in his music. Right. Bliss takes everything about his business,
Quality
whatever.
over quantity.
He takes everything very serious. Right.
Right.
Billy Bob, on the other hand, is in high school, and he's just fucking telling all his friends that he's a rapper. Right.
Right.
Now, guess what? Both Bliss and Billy Bob
Are verified.
on Instagram. Okay, so go off of that real quick. Tell me your thoughts.
I mean, it's just up to the consumer on who's gonna decide on who they really want to follow or not at that point. You know what I mean? Because everybody's gonna be verified. So, is it gonna give more people a better critique of things? You know what I mean? Like, oh, this person's verified. Let me go check out their stuff. Is it quality or is it quantity? Are they just pushing their content, or are they actually putting their time and their dedication into this? And is this something that I want to follow and enjoy and look forward to watching again?
Right.
You know what I mean?
So do you think everybody and their aunts and uncles are gonna go out and get verified?
No.
So who in your opinion is gonna go do it?
I honestly don't know, and I'm kind of curious to find out who will. Like,
isn't that kind of funny? Like anybody with a motherfucking business, anybody with a thought of having a business is gonna go get verified.
Yeah, that'd be the smart thing to do.
So maybe instead of the verification meaning, hey, this is a celebrity public figure, maybe moving forward, this verification actually means, hey, I'm trying to build something.
Potentially, yeah.
Would you agree with that? So with that being said,
yes, I would agree with that.
When you see Bliss with the verification,
right,
would that potentially make somebody take a second look, so to speak? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Or is the verification gonna turn into a deterrent?
I mean, does everybody know that you could pay for that for the subscription now? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
is that like
I wouldn't
knows?
say everybody knows about it, but if you're keeping up to date with the news, because that's how I found it out.
Right.
It was just a post.
Right.
It had 50,000 likes on it. It just said Instagram offering paid verification. So I wouldn't say. I mean, come on, everybody's gonna know about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So on a scale, one side is, okay, I'm gonna double check, look at this guy, and the other side is a deterrent. I'm not gonna even look at him.
Right.
Where do you think it would be with somebody with a verification?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, we would just have, like, I feel like in the beginning it'll be a spike of just views and content pushing and everybody getting verified, and then it'll slowly start to die out.
So you're saying Bliss should take advantage of the initial launch of verification.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
That first hill when it first comes out, it's gonna be hype, and then eventually, a few months later or whatever, I feel like it'll die down, and then it'll still be verified. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be much of a deal because anybody could just get one.
Right.
And also, I guess to get the verification, you need like to show proof of ID or something. So I mean, you think it would help out at the very least weed out some of the like spam fake shit?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm so sick and tired of all this spam on Instagram, man.
Man, I'll be putting up a story, bro, and I'll have like
hearts.
6 hearts of and it's like just these accounts. And you click on the account,
Jessica
right?
Stan 852939914.
It's just some BBW just clapping. Weird. I'm like,
what's going on?
God damn, what is going on? And then following 2 people, following thousands, followed by 2 people.
And then one of those mutuals you're following.
Right, and then after you look at the numbers, you look back down again, and all you see is whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Just whipping skin.
I'm dead. I'm dead. But yeah, I'm looking forward to verification, at least for the initial hype of it.
Just seeing how it is.
I don't think it's gonna mean much, to be honest. At the end of the day,
you think that you're gonna have to change your profile to a certain type of like business profile, or like an athletics profile, or
so what they said was that business profiles won't have access to that. They said it's personal, and one other thing might have been like creator or something like that. But I did read that it said the business ones are gonna have to wait for a later date.
So what are they gonna do about the people with the verifications right now? Like, what does that mean? Is there tiers to the verifications? You know what I mean?
As
like
far as I know,
so let's just say like tier 1, you pay for
right.
the $12 a month and you get this much exposure. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you pay the $20 a month, you get this type of verification.
So as far as I know, if Bliss buys the verification, I'm gonna be just on the same tier as Drake. It's just a blue check mark.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's just what it is.
Okay, well, they did also say that you're gonna have anybody that does get on that subscription of the blue check mark.
Right.
I guess you're gonna have basically a hotline, or there's gonna be a dedicated like group of people that are gonna be preventing, like, god damn it, I'm like digging into this and it's one easy word. You ready? They're gonna be preventing fraudulent accounts. So basically, you, like me, it'll be Big Zaddy Bliss will be the confirmed official Big Zaddy Bliss.
Right.
And any other, let's say you just wanted to make a Big Zaddy Bliss account, I could report it, right? Or I can contact this customer support that'll be just for the subscribers and potentially get a fix on getting rid of that account. So it has, something to do with that, where you get some special service.
Right. That'd be cool.
So yeah, other than that,
like you have more of a voice if you're verified.
Right. Any like last words about the verification stuff?
Yeah, I mean, if you got something going on and if you just want to show that you're a little bit more than the average person, why not try the verification? And if it doesn't work, then don't do it. If it does work, then hey, at least you try something new and find out new things work.
Right. Yep, I agree 100%. The last things I gotta say about the verification, get ready, it's gonna be a hot take. If you're trying to blow the fuck up, take advantage of this verification as soon as it drops. Because the initial launch is gonna be like, what? He's verified? What? He's verified? What? There's gonna be so many eyeballs on this blue check mark, you might be able to do something with it.
Yeah, you just might. Like,
we'll see how it goes. Bliss is gonna be verified. P.S. There's a waiting list. I'm already on it, motherfuckers. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You better do your research on how to get on the waiting list.
I'm gonna put you on a little bit and what you need, so don't just think that you can just go ahead and buy it. You know what I mean? Oh my god, dude! I bet those servers are gonna be so hectic for the first week.
I don't know. I don't even know what it means. Me being on the waiting list.
Yeah, but they gotta push out like new content for that app. You know what I mean? And everybody's gonna be on that app. There's gonna be a spike. In
like
usage.
an update and everything too. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't post on whatever day they're launching this.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So cool. So, Mighty, any like announcements? Anything happening this next week that you want to tell anybody about? Any birthdays? Any? I don't know. Anything?
I mean, just in 2 weeks, I got a little challenge going on. I'm promoting, a better lifestyle for more than just myself. I want to spread out my knowledge and give my knowledge to whoever's willing to accept. You know what I mean? So I'm helping people lose weight. I'm helping people get into the body of their desired ideals. And plus with that, I have a fight coming up March 24th. So I'm just every day preparing for that.
Yes, sir. So look out for Mighty. If you're trying to feel better, if you're trying to be better, if you're trying to just upgrade yourself in any way, you heard it right here. Mighty's
hit your boy up.
The guy. He's the guy to connect you to that. And you already know about the fight. It's going to be over here, Stratus. Let's get it, baby.
Let's get it. Just believe in yourself, love yourself, and achieve greatness.
Yep. And as far as Bliss, real quick, little like announcements, whatever. Podcast, you're hearing it. This is Saturday. Monday, maybe doing a wrapped up, maybe not. I don't know why I like saying that. It's like, has he been consistent? Has he
Stay
not been
tuned.
consistent? Yeah, we're doing our work on the album stuff right now, so we're gonna be ramping up to that. I'm gonna be putting out, the promotions beforehand, so y'all know. Anybody who hears this, y'all will know.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be cool. Man, we got multiple features on this little, tape. You know what I'm saying?
This is gonna be the whole concept behind this is really dope. So I just know for the fact that all the fans that really enjoy listening to the music, they're gonna really enjoy the idea and the concept of this album coming out. So
Yeah, and we having fun with
it's
it.
a lot of energy. So
We'll say this is like a mixtapey vibe.
Yeah.
Right. This ain't an official album vibe. It's gonna be a little fun, vibey, cool.
Yeah, just something to release for all y'all.
Some more Big Zaddy Bliss.
Yeah.
For all the Big Zaddy Bliss fans out there. You know what I'm talking about?
It's how man.
All right, fellas. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you made it this far, fuck it. I'll leave it for the outro.